This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, is the third leading cause of death worldwide. Medications are the mainstay of COPD management. A study examined 2 different regimens and how these medications might impact older people who have COPD.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Patients with COPD not only have a difficult time breathing, but if the disease is not managed with effective medications, there can be other health problems.
It's not a disease that just affects their lungs, it affects their body. They can end up losing a lot of weight and become very weak. They can get osteoporosis and other types of diseases.
Dr. Andrea Gershon from the Sunnybrook Health Sciences Center and co-authors studied data from all across Ontario, Canada, involving patients 66 and older with COPD. Patients were newly introduced to 2 medication regimens. The 2 regimens were then compared to find out which was more effective at preventing COPD-related hospitalizations and death. The patients were followed until they were hospitalized, died, or until the end of the 7-year study period.
The first group we looked at was people who were on a long-acting beta agonist, or we call them LABAs for short. And we compared them to people who started a long-acting beta agonist and inhaled corticosteroid.
LABAs help open the narrowed airways, and inhaled corticosteroids work to decrease inflammation in those airways.
If they're on the combination therapy as opposed to the one medication alone, they're actually going to do better. They're actually going to stay out of hospital, and they're actually going to live longer. There were no increase in side effects, specifically pneumonia and osteoporosis, that we observed.
The study also included people who had a diagnosis of both asthma and COPD.
The incremental benefit of the combination therapy over the LABA alone seemed greater in people with a co-diagnosis of asthma than without asthma.
The combination therapy was also more effective when patients were not already taking a long-acting anticholinergic, another very commonly used COPD medication.
I think even as physicians, we prefer that patients be on less medication. But in this situation, we have an opportunity for patients to have a discussion with their doctors and to determine what's best for them.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Study authors say these findings need to be confirmed in other studies and clinical trials. This year's Grand Marshal for the Fall Festival Parade has been announced. We caught up with BJ Hetrick-Irwin.
Kelly called me yesterday, and I tell you, when he told me that, I just screamed and cried. Of course, I said, you know, this community, I said, how can I ever pay this community back? I mean, my God, they have done so much for me. I'm getting ready to go to New York. October the 14th is when I leave. Wow. And I'm so excited about that. And now the Grand Marshal. And so what I chose to wear, because it's the good old days, I'm going to wear my Hello Dolly costume.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Grand Marshal of the parade, it's such an honor that the committee came up and presented you with this. You're so excited about it. The New York trip is part of the Pay It Forward event, which, of course, people wanted you to go to New York, because that's been your dream, and dance with who?
Well, it's with the Rockettes, but unfortunately, we got a letter from the Rockettes. This is their busy time of the season. We're not going to dance with them. They are going to meet us on Friday and give us a tour of Radio City Rockwell. And so it's such an honor. And without this community, I couldn't have went.
How long are you going for?
A week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going with Mitzi?
Mitzi and let's see, Elaine Parker, Alice Aida, and there's another one. BJ, of course.
Your daughter going?
Yeah, my daughter, and Cleta, Donna Middleton, who does my stage so beautiful, Lillian Donahue, and a lady over in Vegas that runs a wedding villa. And so we're real excited about it. It's 9 of us.
You have to take pictures and bring them back for us.
Well, we will. Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations once again to BJ Hedrick Irwin. Award definitely deserved. Officials with the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension are worried about some cutbacks that the Nye County Commissioners have been making. They have expressed concern over maintaining the extension offices and keeping them open here in Nye County. The funding from the counties where there are extensions comprises of about 33% of their budget after grants and salaries. The extension is jointly funded by county taxes, the state general fund, and several sources of federal funding. The district attorney is currently reviewing the county requirement to set aside taxpayer funds for the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension Office here in Pahrump. In 2014, the county reportedly gave $200,000 to the Extension Office and cut the budget for them by $50,000 recently. The party store is going out of business, or at least the owners are retiring. Bob and Lisa Holloman received an award from the Board of County Commissioners for their service to our community.
This is a certificate of appreciation for the town of Pahrump, awarded to Pahrump Party Supply Robert and Lisa Holloman, September 15th, 2015. Thank you for your contribution and years of service. And for those of you who don't know, one of the things that they were really instrumental in was the party, the graduation parties. Grad night for years, and I just want to thank them, and if they have anything you want to say.
And we are retiring. That's the main reason we're closing. But we've been here 30 years, and I've watched a lot of businesses come and go. And the number one reason they go is because the community doesn't support. And on a personal note, and I'll say, every time somebody came into my store and said, well, I bought everything at Walmart, or I bought everything at Party City, but they didn't have this parts. You know? What they did was, and after a while, in fact, that's what started our retirement. One day somebody came in and said that, and Bob said, 15 years is enough of it. That was the last blow. So you do that. If somebody who opens a business in this town, they have their heart and soul, their every ounce of their time, effort, money, everything goes into that. And when you slap them, they get more and more discouraged. I happen to be the eternal optimist, so it took 15 years, but it does. And you may pay, 20 cents higher at my store than down at Party City for something, and strictly because I pay a lot more than Party City. But that 20 cents, we donate thousands back to the community. We always have, we don't intend to stop. But your small businesses donate. Your big box doesn't donate to the town. Your small businesses that barely keep them alive, they donate constantly. So please, I encourage people, support this community. We're trying to sell the business to someone, and we'll sell it at fair cost to keep it in town because I know it's needed. Support them. You don't realize that extra 20 cents comes back to your community 100 times over. Yeah. So I really encourage
So if anybody wants to buy it, see me outside.
Right now, it's got $5.
They will be missed. Thank you to our own Herb Melvoin for recording those Board of County Commissioners meetings for us. And they are proudly brought to you by Ron Chase from Nevada Public Auction and Gary from Jewelry of Romance. When we return, we're going to give you an update on what's going on with the Act of Kindness Awards.